Hey, what's up, everyone? Happy weekend. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Crypto prices are not doing too good, but if you believe in this long term like I do, we know where this is going. We know when Lightning Network rolls out that the prices are going to be exponentially higher. That when the prices drop and dip, it's just a buying opportunity. Load up on more. It was actually my birthday yesterday, so I guess this is a gift, these prices. I get to buy more Litecoin this week. With mainly I can afford, let me rephrase this. The money that I'm putting in is going to buy a lot more Litecoin, which is awesome. If you're putting in $1,000, would you rather have the Litecoin price at $300 or $100? I'd rather have it at 100. I know in a few years the price is going to be thousands and thousands of dollars, but again, just accumulate now, keep accumulating. The price will remain volatile until this is used more widespread as a currency. And obviously, not only that, once a lot more people, a lot more investors get involved with it, I think we're going to see some stuff in the next few weeks. It's going to maybe bring in some institutional money, but I'm getting off track. Let's go back to the payment stuff that I know. I'm not an investor, so tonight I want to focus on chargebacks. Okay? You guys might have heard this term before, chargebacks. These are credit card holder disputes. Okay? Chargebacks are going to make Litecoin become used all the time because these chargebacks are a real problem. So as more and more people wake up to this and realize, hey, there's a way to avoid these chargebacks, there's another way to get paid, they will want to go with it. So why is Litecoin a better form of money? Okay? Well, it's a currency, it's a payment network, and it's programmable money. Okay? So it's those three things combined. Okay? So when we're dealing with credit cards, we're dealing with a banking system, a payment system, and a currency. So there's a lot of moving parts at play here, okay? And in Litecoin and in blockchain, everything validates and has to link together, hence the blockchain, right? The credit card system is an honor system. So nothing actually has to validate. This is actually what blockchain and what Bitcoin originally solved in the Satoshi Nakamoto white paper was this double spend problem, okay? Bitcoin solved the double spend problem. If you have money at point A, you are actually sending a little bit of that money, hence Bitcoin, a little bit of part of the internet, to the person on side B. You no longer retain a copy at point A. You've sent it off to point B. They now have that, your money, that you've sent that part of the internet that was created, Bitcoin, to the other person on side B. Okay? In the credit card world, it doesn't work that way. You make the payments, and then you can review the bill. You can look through it and say, hey, I didn't go there. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. It's called buyer protection, okay? This is something credit card companies all advertise. They all fight to say they have the best cardholder protection. Zero fraud liability. You are good. Nothing's going to happen to you. You just spend, spend, spend. Don't worry about it. If anything bad happens with the card, you get all your money back. And that's, to people that are, to the American public, that seems like a great thing. Like, hey, why would this not be a good thing? Am I a bad guy that I'm saying, hey, this is a bad thing? No. Now, remember, I am in the merchant services business, the credit card processing business, okay? So I'm looking at these credit cards from a different angle, a different point of view. I'm looking at it from the business's end, from the payment end, okay? So let's get into a little more detail here. So when one of these cardholder disputes occurs, okay, this is when there's either fraud that occurs or the person says, hey, they didn't like the merchandise that they got, there's a problem with it, or the situation where, hey, that charge wasn't me. I see a charge on the bill, it wasn't me. Okay. So on the business's end, they have the money taken from them up front, and then they have to fight to get it back. Okay, so put yourself in this business's shoes. Okay, now this can occur. The rule used to be 6 months, that it could occur for 6 months after the sale took place. I am now seeing it occur for up to 1 year. And I'll get into this in another moment. Okay, so imagine you're the business, you're going about your day, and all of a sudden you look in your bank account and $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 is gone from the account, and you're like, what the hell? Where'd this money go? Credit card company? Huh? So they immediately call us up. They're freaking out. You guys took money from us. We obviously get these calls a lot. We're a processing company, so we're like, we look into our system and we're like, oh, we're sorry you had a chargeback that occurred. Okay, so we have to get paperwork for the business, and we send it off to them so they could fight the chargeback. Now, a lot of times they're mad at us, and then we explain to them, look, this isn't us. It's the person that, it's the person's bank that issued that card that initiates this chargeback. Okay, that's how this system works. These banks talk to each other. There's an issuer, which is the person which is the card itself. So that's if you have a Bank of America credit card, Bank of America Visa card. Bank of America is the issuing bank. Okay, they're the issuer. The acquirer is the processor. Okay, so I'm what's called an ISO of that acquirer. Okay, so again, we explain this to the people. Hey, this isn't, obviously we didn't wake up in the morning and say, hey, let's take the money from you. We don't know about it either till you call in and tell us, hey, I got money taken, this and that. So, okay, so the business now, they have the money taken up front. They have to fight to get the money back, if they get it back at all. Now, in most cases, they do not get the money back. I'd say 25% of the time they get the money back. 75% of the time, it's gone. If it's fraud, they do not get the money back anymore, okay? So on a fraudulent transaction, the business loses. Then there's the other scenario of what we call service not performed. The item was not as described. Now, as you can imagine, a lot of this stuff gets taken advantage of. Was it, who's right in this case? Is it the cardholder or is it the business? So it's just a bad situation to be into because, again, it's an honor system, okay? It's an honor system. You have the card, you can call up, and then you can play games, and then it's causing problems for the business, right? Now, sometimes, hey, there's bad businesses out there that screw people, and right, the card holder is in the right, okay? But what I feel is going to happen, and this is just, again, the trend in society of online shopping, Amazon, I talked about that in my last video, how much they're growing, that you're going to see a lot more of these marketplaces arising where goods will sell on a marketplace. You're a business, you have a store in that marketplace. Think of eBay, okay? eBay works through a rating system. They call it feedback, okay? So feedback is really important because as a customer, you feel safe if you see, hey, they've had 1,000 people give them feedback and everybody had a positive experience. You're buying something saying, hey, this is a great seller, right? So again, this is what I see everything going to and going away from this honor system that's there now. Obviously, Litecoin accepted here. I think Litecoin is going to take off as the premier form of payment. Bitcoin will be there as well. Obviously, I say Lightning Network. I'm a huge proponent of Lightning Network. I think this will scale Litecoin and Bitcoin to the masses. Okay? So let's go into a little more detail on these chargebacks. Okay, so again, unfair stuff in a lot of cases. The business is going about their day. 6 months, 8 months later, money's taken from them and they're like, what the hell? They don't even, if it's 8 months later, a lot of times as a busy business, it's hard to even remember that sale. So it's really troubling. So explain to you something else that's at play here. The cardholder importance plays a big factor. Okay, what do I mean by cardholder importance? What I mean is somebody that spends millions of dollars a year with their credit card is going to have a lot more power when they call into that credit card company and complain and say, hey, this wasn't me, you're giving me my money back, than somebody with no money that maybe just has a debit card, right? Person with millions has the deck stacked in their favor, okay? I've seen this with my own eyes. An attorney has gotten me involved in a case where somebody came to them, a client, said this is unfair. And basically what happened was it was on a cardholder dispute for a very, very wealthy cardholder. The credit card company generated 3 disputes for the same charge, okay? 3. So as the business, this is so confusing because you get 3 sets of paperwork that are identical mailed to you, and it says to respond, okay? So if you would have responded to this as the business one time and sent in your response and had everything lining up, you would have lost because you would not have responded to all 3 cases that came through, even though the paperwork looks identical. It's just that the case number on each one is slightly different. So unless you know this system inside and out, how are you going to know this? And this was the attorney's thing on his end. He got me involved. The guy had no clue. He's like, unless he had me looking at it, that was like, an industry expert. How would anybody have known to do this? Okay, so obviously this is a bad system. This is not fair. We don't like this. We're into blockchain, Litecoin. I want things fair for people, okay? I don't want things unfair. It's rightfully yours is rightfully yours, okay? So I want to go to this more of this online marketplace type of system, eBay ratings, where, no more of these cardholder disputes, but there's a lot more. Again, the cardholder disputes, it seems good as the person walking around with the credit card in your pocket. You feel good. You're walking around. They know Amex Black Card. They are protecting me. I get to sit in the special lounge in the airport. 0 fraud protection. I can do anything. I don't have to worry. Well, it kind of sucks for everybody. Look, because it's driving up the price of the goods. Okay, you have the credit card fees, which obviously we say. Generally, we're seeing 2 to 4%, depending on the type of business, the size of the transaction. So, business is paying 2 to 4% to process credit card payments. Okay, not to mention the fraud factor. So every business has to factor in fraud and theft into their bottom line when they come up with their pricing structure. So the more fraud and theft there is, and trust me, there is a lot that goes on. So again, the more of this stuff that there is, it just drives up the price of goods. So me personally, I'd rather have goods be cheaper. I'd rather say, hey, make everything be 5% cheaper across the board. Pay with Litecoin. Because again, as a buyer, or no, as a business, you can sell in peace. So you could actually treat your customer a lot better. You're not going to have to worry, are they beating you? You're not going to have to berate them with as much questions up front. On the buyer's end, this will keep it's really going to keep the sellers on their toes, because this is going to weed out the people that are bad. Because if it goes to this rating system, you're going to be able to see completely as the customer that's buying, is this a good business to shop at, or is this a bad business to shop at? Again, you don't want to shop at a bad business. If you're reading all ratings and it's, hey, the guy's screaming at you, he didn't honor what he said, you're not going to go there again. The person's going to lose their business. So again, credit card chargebacks, very, very bad. So again, this is definitely is a sticking point and a sore subject for businesses out there. So when they find out, hey, there's another way to transact and to process payments, especially online payments or payments over the phone where they're not seeing the person, and they find out that, hey, I cannot have one of these chargebacks occur, they are going to be interested, right? So you just have to hit them with the knowledge, okay? Litecoin really is a better form of money, better form of payment, okay? Even when the price is rising and falling like crazy, because again, you can convert back into US dollar whenever you want at the time of sale. So if you're taking the payment in, if Litecoin's at $106, it was 120 this morning, but I just got payment now, it's at 106. Well, if I'm worried, the market, I don't know what it's going to do, I can just convert it into the $106 per Litecoin and cash out, just like a credit card transaction would be, with less fees than a credit card and no fear of the chargeback. So again, this is such a better form of money, better form of payment, okay? Explain another, let's go into the types of businesses that get these chargebacks. Okay, so who is getting chargebacks? Is it a hairdresser? No, not really. Is it a donut shop? Nah, donut shop's not getting it. Is it businesses where maybe the business really has a lot of involvement with the cardholder? No, there's a lot of personal involvement there. Generally, you're not going to see it in that situation either. Where we do see it is in these businesses that sell items of value. Big items or small items. Could be a CVS, a Rite Aid, could be an appliance store, an electronics store, wheels and rims, speakers, anything of value, anything that has a value that can be resold. Okay, small items are even better sometimes for reselling, right, that are more targeted. But I'll explain another situation that is just, again, it goes back to this credit card honor system. Food delivery gets chargebacks a lot. Restaurant delivery, okay? And you know where this occurs at? It's not fraudulent cards usually. I mean, sometimes it is. Sometimes it's people using a stolen card. But generally, it is kids that use the parents' credit card. And then the parents didn't give them permission. Then they call the credit card company up and say, hey, there's a charge on my card. I didn't authorize it. The credit card company says, gee, we're sorry. Sorry, mister, we're going to give you your money back. Then the business loses. So, I mean, again, the restaurant's delivering food and I've seen this happen all the time. It's a house they know. They've delivered there countless times. And again, maybe the kid had a party. He ordered a couple $100 worth of pizzas or Chinese food. Parents are pissed and they're like, we're not paying for this. We're, disputing the card. So this sucks, okay? So people don't like this. Businesses don't like, restaurants don't like this. Again, so if they realize, hey, they can pay with Litecoin, there's no chance of this, why not give a discount? I mean, every business I talk to in their right mind would give a discount. You don't have to pay the high credit card fees. So you save money there, save a couple percent there, and you don't have to worry about the fraud. So again, and you get the money faster. The Litecoin clears in 2.5 minutes. Again, we're in kind of a quasi system right now of banking and cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency's just starting out, right? Banking world dominates, but it's faltering, right? So we're in this quasi system right now. Eventually, it's going to get to a point where Bitcoin and Litecoin are more stable than the fiat currencies like the dollar, like the euro. So again, it'll go the other way. Right now, cryptocurrency is volatile. People don't know about it. A lot of the news makes it volatile. Fiat currencies are stable. It's going to go the other way, okay? So again, when that goes the other way, and you're taking Litecoin as payment, it's clearing every 2.5 minutes. It's yours. You don't have to wait for the bank to send it to you. You don't have to worry about a bank holiday, a weekend, a bank hold, too big of a batch, a fraud investigation. There's so much stuff, so many factors at play here that can mess you up from getting your own money. So again, when Litecoin is, again, much more stable and people just keep all of it that they retain in as payment, again, I'm setting the places up. My promise to everybody is by the end of this year, no matter what goods you want to purchase, I will be able to show you where to go to purchase those goods with Litecoin, no matter what it is. Your doctor, your dentist, getting your car fixed, food, clothes, jewelry, real estate. Whatever it is, we're going to have you covered. So what we're saying is hold Litecoin. Prices are low now. Wait for it to skyrocket. You're going to have a lot more spending power. And from the businesses end that are setting up right now to accept Litecoin as a form of payment, they're going to be listed in all the databases, right? They're going to be set up. So when the prices go way up and people want to cash in, I'm one of those people. When the prices go way up, I'm gonna spend some money, right? Hey, I have a family. We want to, enjoy ourselves, spend, right? That's what life is. So I'm gonna spend some money. My plan is I'm holding Litecoin. I'm gonna spend it at these people that I'm setting up to accept it as payment. I'm not stupid. I mean, hey, I want to set them up so I can then cash in when the prices go up. So again, great talking to you guys. Happy Sunday. Happy weekend. Talk to you guys next week. Take care. Bye.